For the day, boys.
I want you to watch this player closely. His name is Jontay Porter. In an NBA game on January 26, 2024, he grabs a rebound. A few minutes later, he gets a second, then a third. But then he asks his coaches to leave the game because of an injury. This kind of thing happens all the time, and no one thought twice about it, until 3 months later when the NBA said they caught Porter gambling.
The NBA has just handed down one of its harshest punishments ever
to the Toronto Raptors' Jontay Porter for violating the league's gambling rules.
Limiting his own participation in games, sharing confidential information, and betting on as many as 13 NBA games himself.
Jontay Porter perfectly demonstrates how one kind of sports bet, called a player prop bet, has become an existential risk to sports.
It's a major warning shot, and I think the NFL, Major League Baseball, MLS, everything.
Yo, don't say, oh yeah, this is it. Oh yeah, but dude, when you call us fucking schizo, dude, when you call us schizo all the fucking time, when sports are rigged as fuck, it's so weird.
Thing here, stateside.
Dude, proving and catching somebody cheating and rigging sports bets. Imagine the amount that are not caught. Not on just tips given to friends on some other website, on some whatever. Imagine the amount of the people that goes under the radar. Brother, it's probably every game.
They have to be reevaluating everything that they're doing.
So what makes prop bets so dangerous? And why can't we just get rid of them?
No. Let me explain why this is happening in esports. I'll tell you why. Because websites have different caps and different systems when it comes to esports betting, and the caps on bets is a lot harsher. And I'm gonna tell you something very weird, okay? When you bet and you win on most sports betting websites, you get banned. You absolutely get banned almost every time. I have all my friends are banned on almost all the fucking sports betting websites for betting on esports and winning. Everybody gets banned. If you win consistently, you will get banned, 100%.
Nobody has ever invented a system for beating the law of averages, but it's human nature to try at least once.
Unlike betting on cards or slots, betting on sports puts humans in a unique position to control some of the outcome. It's something players have tried to take advantage of in the past.
In 1951, over 32 U.S. college basketball players were arrested for taking bribes in exchange for fixing game scores. In '89, Major League Baseball banned Cincinnati Reds player, then manager Pete Rose, for betting on his own team. And in 2010, a massive scandal involved 3 Pakistani cricket players who manipulated their matches to win bets. These scandals led fans to question how authentic these games really were, a question the sports leagues had to quash.
You want the game to be pure, that everyone in every game is trying to win.
Tom Habestraw is a reporter covering the NBA.
As soon as you introduce something that is counter to that, where a person has a financial gain or a financial interest in throwing a game, then it's not on the up and up.
That's why sports leagues support.
Not a good argument. It should be to have full integrity. It's not about winning the game. It has nothing to do with winning the game. It's about the integrity of the game, because you can do those props bets without hurting the game. You can bet on yourself every time, and you only do that particular prop when you're in a winning game, and you make sure you win the game. If your team is 30 ahead and you no longer go for rebounds, if you bet on your prop, if you do a prop bet for, let's say, 5 rebounds, okay, and you're up 30 points, you're still playing to win the game. You're still winning the game. Who cares? Who gives a fuck?
Supported the U.S. government when it mostly banned sports betting in 1992. But after the U.S. Supreme Court reversed that ban 26 years later, and as legal sports companies began opening up, the leagues didn't push back. Instead, they teamed up with them. The NBA has made DraftKings and FanDuel official betting partners and lets them use its data and logos in their betting apps. Major League Baseball displays FanDuel's betting information during some of its games. And some NFL teams even let sportsbooks set up on their stadium grounds, all in exchange for a cut of their revenue. So are the leagues not worried about the integrity of their games anymore?
It wasn't a change of heart about the ethics of gambling. I think it really was the risks of this taking down our sport are not greater than the potential financial upside of...
For boxing, maybe. For UFC, don't bother, chat. Don't bother. When you're in the ring, brother, and you're risking your fucking life, and you're risking fucking not waking up the next morning, brother, to fucking fight, no shot these guys are gonna break that. Bro, there's no shot.
Potentially billion-dollar partnerships with sports books.
That bet is paying off as sports gambling has skyrocketed into a $10 billion industry. In 2023, an estimated 29 million American adults placed bets on sports. That's more than 1 in 10.
And now they can bet on more things than ever before. But as promised, this is a story about cheaters. And there's probably another kind of cheater you've encountered yourself. These are data brokers. These are companies that take your personal information online and they sell it to just about anyone, oftentimes without you even knowing it. And that can have real life consequences. One of the most serious being that this information can be used to steal your identity.
Okay, so
it's a large reason a private that I use.
Of accurate journalism, I downloaded a sports betting app for this story. And the first thing it shows me is all the sports that I can bet on. Let's pick the NBA, and now all the games I can bet on. Let's pick Celtics Mavericks, the first game of the NBA Finals. Now, the first thing it shows me is the most traditional bets. These are the game line bets. So I can bet on how close the game is. I can bet on the total number of points scored. And of course, here is who wins. These are the most traditional bets, and they're the hardest for a single player to manipulate.
Yeah, no shit. Well, I mean,
Say one bets on his own team to lose. He could play poorly on purpose, but it's unlikely enough to lose the game, since his teammates are all trying to win it.
Now, this app also lets me place what's called a player proposition bet.
It has nothing to do with the outcome. Instead, it's a bet on a single player's performance. First, the betting company takes a statistic, like 3-point baskets, and makes a guess at how many this player will score in the game, based on his history and opponent. Then it lets me
Guys, I haven't dropped a single frame.
bet that he'll make over or under that limit.
Now, the thing is, player prop bets are really dangerous because it's very easy for that one player to get under the limit on purpose. It's exactly what the NBA says Jonte Porter did.
What if I told you that the night of this game, DraftKings noticed a lot of people placing prop bets on Porter, specifically that he would grab under 4.5 rebounds. With that in mind, let's watch it again. Porter quickly gets 2 rebounds in the first quarter, then a third, which he tries to strangely deflect to his teammate. But he doesn't, so that's already 3. 2 more and he's over the limit. So he takes himself out. Leaving the game guarantees he gets under 4.5 rebounds and also under 1/2 3-pointers, under 1.5 assists, and under 5.5 points. And none of it looked out of the ordinary.
How is it
so these prop bets, opportunities for players to essentially lock in under 12.5 points, under 6.5 rebounds, especially if you pretend that you're injured and you take yourself out of the game and there's no way that you can hit the over on certain bets.
The NBA announced an investigation only after gambling companies told them about the large number of bets on this game and...
Guys. Is my stream getting actually fucking sabotaged by some entity? I don't get it. Shit is spinning F. Guys, I have no problems. I'm on full throttle. I have 0 drop frames, 0%. Full on the what the fuck am I doing?
I was banned from gambling just for working at an NFL stadium and the league can't even prevent this shit, lol.
Yeah, true. Okay, a lot of chaps are lagging. I'm just gonna go to kick. Guys, get chat. Kick.
Go to kick, bro. This shit is whack, clag.
Guys. Oh my god, I'm watching a video about DraftKings on Amazon platform. It's an actual DraftKings lag.
Please don't buy my neighbor.
Look tired? I'm not tired. I literally just woke up.
Others that Porter played in. From there, it was pretty obvious Porter was involved.
DraftKings had said that prop bets for Porter were the biggest winners that day.
A bettor placed $80,000 on Porter not hitting certain in-game milestones.
The NBA had found...
Chat, give me the link for chat that doesn't have the glitch on it. The link that Leacox gave me last time. Leacox, you have the link? I don't see it. Chat, type, yeah, it works.
Evidence that he was tipping off associates and conspirators. Look, I'm going to remove myself early from this game, and you better bet the under.
Porter had transformed this game from a competition between two basketball teams to a scheme to win bets. And even though he was caught, the damage has been done, because now anytime a player has a bad game or leaves early, fans might wonder,
wait a minute, what was the line on that guy? What was his over-under on his points for that game?
So what was the payout
it just
for his
shows me that it's
under?
going to be so difficult to put the toothpaste back in the tube.
A superstar making millions is unlikely to risk their career to make a little extra cash cheating prop bets. The problem is that gambling companies offer prop bets on players that make a lot less.
The fact that sportsbooks were offering prop bets on Jontay Porter's stat lines for a guy who is, 8th, 9th, 10th on the list, this seems like a recipe for disaster.
Porter was making $400,000 a year, and his brother made $33 million this season. Yet he was still tempted to cheat on prop bets.
It seems
not a good argument. This is a very bad psychological analysis of this. Not because your brother makes a lot of money that this guy will feel fulfilled that he's making a lot of money. He actually probably feels like he's mad that he's not making a lot of money. He probably feels like he's upset or whatever, and he feels like he deserves more, and he's going to do something to get there. That's
seems that
common.
We underestimated how alluring it is for NBA players to scratch that itch.
So if an NBA player can't resist, what about a WNBA player making $100,000 a year? Or a rookie baseball player fighting to stay in the majors? Or a college athlete?
College athletes in particular are much higher risk. They don't get paid, so there might be a greater opportunity for someone to get in their ear being like, hey, this is the only time that you're going to be able to make this kind of money, and you better capitalize on it.
The NCAA recently reported that 1 in 3 high-profile college athletes receive abusive messages from gamblers, and it's begun calling for a ban on prop bets. Several states have already banned them. Now the NBA is reportedly discussing with gambling companies changes that include banning prop bets on minor players and removing the option for bettors to bet the under, since that's what players have the most control of. A player could do his best to make over 4.5 three-point baskets, but he can't make it a sure bet. But changing, let alone eliminating prop bets, aren't in the gambling company's interests. According to Forbes, prop bets made up a staggering 70% of one gambling company's activity on Super Bowl Sunday. They also make huge profits by getting customers to combine several prop bets into parlays, which increase the amount of money a bettor can win by decreasing the odds it'll succeed. Social media went crazy when this guy bet 25 cents on a 25-part parlay and won $23,000.
What?
25 cents on a 25-part parlay and won
25-legger! That's insane!
$23,000. But the vast majority of parlays fail and end up paying the gambling companies.
So prop bets seem minor, but they'll increasingly leave fans wondering what's real and what's fake. And sports leagues, by closing up...
The reality, Chad, is that guy was talking about, you guys, that guy probably had 200, 400 slips, but the guy probably had generally about 400 slips that were very similar to that. But it did all different options. That's what these people that bet that's what they do.
Gambling companies have weakened their ability to stop it.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's another NBA player in the next year that's caught. And what message are you sending to the players and the athletes that it's okay to gamble, but you're not allowed to gamble? It's hard to say no to money.
All right, thanks again for watching another episode of Search Party. Small update on Jontay Porter. In July, he pled guilty to wire fraud and conspiracy to gamble, and he was also denied permission to resume his career in the Greek League. So again, extremely tough consequences for players who are caught gambling on sports. This is Search Party. If you're new here, please subscribe. We cover politics, we cover geography, we cover sports, and
that was a good video. I enjoyed it. I mean, the thing that I hate is that if it was a player that was bigger and more important for the league, they probably wouldn't have banned him as harshly. Let's be honest. Their willingness to be flexible about this topic is the problem. The problem isn't the gambling, it's how flexible they are when it comes down to gambling. It is what it is. It's always been and will always remain. Depending on how much money they win, they'll always take the high ground, come in how much people are losing, because they don't give a fuck. They have to pretend to give a fuck when it's something that doesn't align with their values. It is what it is. Otani.